Now you all know my fondness for rhythm games. I really dig them. So imagine my surprise when I hear a song and I wonder who sang it. And I found out nobody sang it. Nobody?
Oh yeah.
Well, I can't really say nobody because there actually were voice actors and... Well, let's get to that first. Hatsune Miku is what is called a Vocaloid. A Vocaloid is a voice synthesizing computer program created by Yamaha that simulates a human voice. Used mainly for music, a Vocaloid program either attempts to simulate a voice or it takes an artist and takes samples of their voice. In Hatsune Miku's case, they sampled voice actress Fujita Saki. And they've even sampled J-Rock superstar Gat. He's so dreamy. The program then allows people to use these samples and make music with it. The program has really gotten to be a pretty darn good one, and they have many varieties of voice types to get. But the program that I'm going to be talking about today is the beloved Hatsune Miku. Recently, this particular Vocaloid has gotten a lot of focus with her headlining several concerts as a pseudo-holographic singer and dancer. Those dance moves aren't so great. It looks like she's taking a shower. And that's where we get to today's game. Hatsune Miku Project DIVA for the PSP. It's a newer game that came out in 2009 and was a big success in Japan. This game is a rhythm game with a bit of a twist. Instead of having the notes hit one specific area of the screen, the buttons you have to hit appear in different areas of the screen, making it particularly challenging to know where the next note is going to appear. So here's the controls. In the PlayStation menus in Japan, the circle and the X button are kind of flipped. So in Japan, the circle button is the accept button and the X button is the cancel button. This will take some getting used to, but it's not deterring. Pressing the square button while on a song will allow you to hear a clip of the song to see if you want to play it or not. The triangle button allows you to watch PVs. As for gameplay, buttons are pretty much used as they're needed to be. Now, when popping the game in for the first time, you'll see the main menu. The options are in a long list and appear as you press up or down. Free play is going to be your main area where you will play to unlock images, new songs, and get different clothing. The model conversion is where you change your outfits as you unlock them. And yes, there are some skimpyish outfits there too. Perverts. Miku's room. Don't judge me! Miku's room is a bit weird, and it's really not necessary to know what it does to actually play this game. But you can listen to music here and do some other things. And I'm not going to get into the rhythm game edit right now, it's just way too difficult. Very detailed. I may tackle it in another video sometime, but it's just way too complex and you will spend a ton of time just working on one song. I say that because basically it allows you to take MP3s that are on your PSP and let Miku sing them. I did have a song that I might like to try sometime. Save is save, and options allow you to modify the volumes of the music or the sound effects. Visual is where you can look at the graphics from the loading screens and watch the opening and ending credits, once you unlock them, of course. And this just takes you back to the title screen. There are several ratings that you will get after a song: cheap, standard, great, and perfect. But to unlock most of the really cool stuff, you'll need to play the songs on normal or hard mode, and sometimes play them multiple times, and get a score of great or better. One of the nice things in this game is that if you clear a song with a rank of great or better, you can press the triangle button in the main screen and you'll be able to view the song again without the button presses. That's what I was talking about with the PV mode. So this time, instead of watching where everything's going, you can enjoy the video yourself. Now, how you like the music really depends on if you're a fan of Vocaloids or not.
Personally, I think they suck. Just like your Tatsunoko vs. Capcom skills.
Who keeps letting him in here? On the downside, wow, it can be difficult for beginners to advance in this game. The timing for the button presses is really tight, and with the patterns being placed all over the screen, you really need to play the more difficult songs over and over to get the idea of where to look next. It's kind of like a Wendon in this sense, but trust me, you have to be on the dot when you press a button. But for a new way of doing a rhythm game, this is very refreshing. This is a relatively new title, so it shouldn't be hard to find at all. With 7 additional Vocaloid characters to unlock and play as, this game is very replayable. 39 songs also makes for a pretty large library. The graphics are very sharp and are entertaining enough that others will want to look over your shoulder when you play around other people. And anyone with a PSP, no matter what region, can buy it and pop it right into their handheld console. Now, the game has become a series in its own right, with Project DIVA 2 having been released in Japan in 2010. And it's gonna cost more, but I'm fairly certain that the setup is pretty much the same. But this is all just speculation, as I don't own the game. But from what I've seen and heard, it should also be a you can play this. Oh, and wait, what game are you playing? Hatsune Miku, Project DIVA. Hatsune Miku, dude, just practice. Jeez, calling me in for every stupid little thing.